please welcome to the stage the Premier of Saskatchewan, the Honourable Brad Wall.
I'm gonna put my boots and my hat back on, 'cause I'm long gone to Saskatchewan, long gone to Saskatchewan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It falls to me to undertake a reasonably perfunctory part of the evening's proceedings, to bring greetings. But I have to confess to being a bit rattled, not just because of the event and the view I have from here, but Fred Penner is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. So that's pretty cool. And Tom Cochrane is in the house. I may have used the powers of my office to determine that he is at table 109, just over there. Hashtag stalker. I think it's important, though, for me to say, if I can, Mr. Cochrane, that notwithstanding the fact that I am a huge Red Rider fan and a huge Tom Cochrane fan, you, sir, are also the source of a great moment of embarrassment in my young life. It's because of the song you wrote, Boy Inside the Man. There's a lyric in Boy Inside the Man that goes, it's in the chorus, I think. It's in the chorus, absolutely. And it's, I was hit hard by the light so bright it burned. No matter how many times I listened to the song, I couldn't pick up the lyric, and I desperately wanted to sing it in my car or wherever I was at. So I did, by the way, what Canadians do from coast to coast to coast. I made up my own lyrics. And the lyrics that I made up fit very well. The lyrics I made up went something like, I was hit hard by the not-so-frantic bird. And I was busted by a friend who, I think he was on to me because he could hear me trying to sing along, and I would sing hit hard by a not-so-frantic bird, and so he just cranked the volume down one night, and I was busted. And he has never let me forget about it since. And some of you are chuckling, but I encourage you all to try it. Try Hit Hard by the Not-So-Frantic Bird. Mr. Cochrane, you may want to try it as well, frankly. I'm not looking for a song credit, unless you just want to do the right thing. So in grade 10, ladies and gentlemen, in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, I had the great privilege of working in a radio station. Got a job in grade 10, worked all through high school. I was a DJ there, and on the first day that we got to work, the program director presented us with the log, the CRTC log. And the program director said, you will write every song you play on this log. And 1 in 3 of those songs will be Canadian content, or what we call CanCon. That was the first time I actually had a buzzword from the business, CanCon. Went back to high school the next week and told my friends would ask, how was work? I said, well, I played quite a bit of CanCon. The program director said, you will know it's CanCon because on the record label, there is a small circle, and there are 4 quadrants to the circle. There are 4 letters in those quadrants, M-A-P-L, maple, music, artist, performer, lyrics. And if 2 of those quadrants are filled in, that means it qualifies, 2 or more, that means it qualifies as Canadian content. Write it down, because that counts for 1 in 3. It was a pretty intimidating first meeting on the job at FM 94, Southwest Saskatchewan's best album music. But it turned out, ladies and gentlemen, to be the easiest part of the job, because there was Rush and Triumph and Street Heart and Trooper and Prism and the Backman Turner Overdrive and the Guess Who and Neil Young. And ladies and gentlemen, on Sundays, and I worked a few Sunday shifts, that was when the format changed to instrumentals and we moved into folk and country. And we were golden on those mornings as well, because there was Haygood Hardy and Frank Mills. And later on in the morning, when it got into a little bit more folk and country, there was the Irish Rovers and Joni Mitchell. There was Murray McLaughlin, Ian Tyson. And thank goodness there was Gordon Lightfoot, because that was a 6-hour shift. And in a 6-hour shift, you needed some long songs to provide a break. And you can't play Inagata Davida in Swift Current on a Sunday morning. But you can play Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. all of that just to say this. I remember this clearly today still. The end of each shift, I'd look and calculate on my log the CanCon, and it wasn't 1 in 3, it was 50% or 60%. It wasn't a have to, it was a want to. It was because that was the best music. It was great music. And that is still the case today. And because that's still the case today, it is an overwhelming privilege for me as Premier to welcome all of you to our Queen City, to our capital city, and to the province of Saskatchewan. We want to thank this industry, not just for entertaining us, not just for the therapy that some of us need that you give, but also because you make us so very, very proud. I also need to thank Mike McNaughton and his team of volunteers who have made this possible on the host committee. I want to thank all of the sponsors as well, and I want to wish you a great evening and a great day tomorrow. Thanks. Welcome to Saskatchewan.
I'm gonna put my boots and my hat back on.